When the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. Talking real peace of mind, that's something money can't buy.
What's up, YouTube and Twitch fam? It's your boy KingMarcell, and I'm back with another video / stream. I hope everybody been having a good day. I know I have. But today's video and today's stream, I want to start off by diving back into the Drake situation, and not just the Drake situation. I want to try to bring light to the bigger problem that's going on behind scenes that I feel like the rappers don't really want to talk about, and that, you know what I'm saying, it's the information is starting to come out, and I just want to, you know what I'm saying, touch on it a little bit basic. So we're gonna get into Drake's baby daddy, and that is LUCIAN Grange. Now, I know a lot of people don't know about LUCIAN Grange, but he is literally on the one on top of not just hip hop, but music as a whole. He's literally running the show when it comes to the music business. And you know what I'm saying? He's very manipulative of how he uses his power. And I feel like once we start shining a light on the control that he has, and not only that, but the people that he also works for, that the world will probably be a lot better also. That's what we're gonna get into. And another thing too, that Drake line when he said, I said the Drake line, no, the Kendrick line when he said, you signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga, that was Wayne, Birdman, and LUCIAN Grange. So Drake has been signed to LUCIAN Grange since the inception of his career. That's something that I want you guys to know. I don't know if this video is going to touch on it, but I hope so. Make sure you like and subscribe up and hit that notification bell if you haven't. But let's get right into this video.
Drake's soul, it's like he signed his soul to the devil to not be cool with me, to have to, like, this is his job to go against God. Drake has a rich baby daddy named LUCIAN and Universal.
That's Diddy baby daddy too. That's something that I wanted to say too, that also that's the person who Diddy is signed to. So and all of this stuff that's coming out about Diddy, like, I just hope y'all are putting together the pieces, you know what I'm saying?
He's been the CEO of Universal Music Group since 2010, so you know he's been singing some shit. So I had to go to the damn documents. I had to see if this man was actually named, and he is. As you can see, it says LUCIAN Charles Grange. And
right there.
Universal Music Group.
This bastard right here.
I don't really know this guy that well.
No one does. But literally, he runs the music industry.
You know, it's been a long time coming for someone to finally step up and shine a spotlight on LUCIAN Grange. I mean, the man has been flying way too low under the radar, considering he's basically the most powerful industry figure who was named in that lawsuit Lil Rod filed against Diddy back in February. It's like the perfect storm for someone to spill the beans on what's really going on behind the scenes in the music business. And who better to spill it all than Kanye West?
Yeah, I know Kanye don't get no fuck. Y'all know what Kanye really want to say, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Kanye really wants to say, you know what I'm saying, who the collective is, but as soon as you say who the collective is, then certain hate terms get thrown around. So, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta, I guess, pick them apart one by one.
Sat down for an interview on the Download podcast, and let me tell you, he did not hold back. Kanye spilled some serious tea about LUCIAN and his connections to some of the biggest names in rap, especially Drake. He even went as far as calling LUCIAN Drake's baby daddy and accusing Drake of being a puppet to these so-called masters and being paid to work against God. But there's more. Kanye also did,
and like, literally work against God. Like, when you get down into who these people are and what they're doing, and you start studying their habits, they're literally Satan worshipers. Literally going against God.
Grange's history, uncovering some pretty unsettling stuff about his ties to powerful figures who have their fingers in African banks. Yeah, you heard that right. Kanye claims LUCIAN's involved in some shady dealings that exploit Africa. So buckle up, folks, because this rabbit hole goes way deeper than we could have imagined.
Way
Kanye's
deeper.
Revelations are shedding a whole new light on the whole Diddy situation and the people who may have been pulling the strings behind it all. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on the details. So let's get into it.
Daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named LUCIAN.
So all of his streams in the #1s is controlled by someone named LUCIAN.
Yep.
Well, LUCIAN worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
So you know how a lot of people have this theory that Diddy is the fall guy for much bigger fish? Word on the street is that Diddy is just a pawn in a much larger operation that allegedly includes trafficking within music and the entertainment industry. And this is not to say that Diddy is innocent. However, almost all the lawsuits that have been filed against Diddy have also name-dropped his powerful friends within the industry that allegedly enabled his despicable crimes. Now let's revisit this latest lawsuit filed against Diddy by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones. See, Lil Rod isn't just suing Diddy. His lawsuit has a whole list of defendants, and one name that sticks out is Lucian Charles Grange, the CEO of Universal Music. In his
to
lawsuit,
me, he's
Lil
the
Rod
main person. He's the top of the ladder. He's the head honcho. He's the one who's enabling these niggas to be able to do the shit that they've been doing. And this is alluding to the bigger problem of the ST. Man, I wish we could just say sex trafficking. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
Very close, as in potentially being more than friends. Here's what Lil Rod said in his lawsuit. Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant Grange
That's crazy.
visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs at his homes, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. The lawsuit then goes on to allege.
Could you imagine? That's crazy. And then imagine like how many artists had to sleep with this man. Like, hold on, let me move this shit out the way. This guy right here, Porky, here. Like, they kill me because he doesn't want to be known for running everything, but he runs everything. Why you don't want to be known for what you do?
Sponsored and attended several Love album listening parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. And according to Lil Rod, these parties had workers present, as well as young women below the age. But that's not all. Lil Rod also claimed that during these parties, Lucian Grange knew or should have known that Mr. Combs was giving the attendees laced bottles of De Leon tequila and Ciroc vodka. But it gets even messier, or shall we say freakier, because Lil Rod also revealed that during his time living and traveling with Diddy, he discovered that Mr. Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes. And get this, Lil Rod claimed that Diddy has recordings of Lucian Grange, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes.
And I feel like when they raided Diddy's house, when they really raided Diddy's house, that they didn't go in there to get the information or the evidence and everything. They went to scrub evidence of him. And not just him, the politicians that he's been, you know what I'm saying, having there as well. Obama and them. They're going deeper than what people think, man.
Together with other defendants, aided, abetted, and induced Sean Combs' trafficking venture. And he describes him as one of the co-conspirators who knowingly benefited from coercive trafficking. According to Lil Rod, Lucian and other defendants were providing vast sums of cash, which made Diddy's criminal venture possible. Not only that, but Lil Rod also recalled seeing Lucian and CEO of Motown Records Ethiopia Habtemariam at Chalice Recording Studios, where Diddy was actively engaging in freak-off parties. Now, when Lil Rod's allegations against Diddy first made headlines, Lucian Grange immediately denied any involvement, and he blasted Lil Rod for including him in his lawsuit. Attorneys for Lucian called the allegations offensively false and said they plan to seek legal penalties against Lil Rod's lawyer. LUCIAN's attorneys also filed a motion to dismiss all claims against Lucian and Universal Music Group.
I don't think that's working.
Lil Rod's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, filed knowingly false allegations of criminal wrongdoing without the slightest factual or legal basis. However, if Diddy really has incriminating footage of Lucian from those FO parties like Lil Rod alleged in his lawsuit, it's clear why Lucian and other powerful industry figures would want to throw Diddy under the bus. But we're just scratching the surface here, because what do we really know about Lucian Grange? How did he become so powerful, and what did Kanye West mean when he said Lucian?
And I feel like since all this stuff was going on with Diddy, that he was planning on making Drake the new Diddy. He wanted Drake to be the new Diddy. And everybody in the industry was seeing that, and they was like, oh, fuck that. That's why everybody just went on Drake the way they did.
Most people, the name Lucian Grange Grange won't ring a bell unless you're A, a fan of Sophia Richie, so you know she married Lucian's son Elliot last year in a highly public wedding, or B, you're deep into the so-called conspiracies about the music business and the puppet masters who pull the strings behind the scenes.
Yep.
Well, whether you want to call this a conspiracy or just a well-kept secret, the fact is that Lucian and his son Elliot are deeply involved in the hip-hop music industry. Now, there's been this long-standing theory that Lucian is one of those executives who profit off of Black trauma and keep artists enslaved through exploitative contracts.
Yeah, because he owns hella prisons. That's another thing that people need to look into, is that how many prisons or how much stock does he have in the United States prison system? That's something worth looking into, and that's something we might do here on this channel. That's something that needs to be done.
Lucian, whose name pops up when you look up how the music industry really works, particularly the hip-hop industry. Take Jay-Z's mentor, Leor Cohen, for example.
And he's another
he openly
one.
admitted that he signs artists on his label that promotes substance and addiction culture. And when they asked him why he does that when there's a major opioid
And they make it
crisis
seem
going on,
like LUCIAN, Grange, and him aren't working together. They try to make it seem like they're competitors. But then you find out they are the same faith. They are the same people. And they playing a game with everybody. And that shit gotta stop. That shit is finna stop. Man, they know it. They know what's coming. They know it's coming.
That's just how the business works.
We just gotta catch up.
A lot of them don't. So, you know, I don't like giving up people. I don't want to give up on people.
One of the biggest artists you ever had had a real bad drug problem, DMX.
I'm so sad. Our society.
He said, I'm so sad. He didn't give a fuck.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though?
Right.
You're saying the
it's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Exactly.
This is just one of many.
And I respect Charlamagne for doing that at least. Call out these motherfuckers, period, bro. Speak on that shit. I always respect him for doing that at least.
A divide and conquer strategy to destroy Rockefeller Records, while at the same time profiting off of feuds between Black artists and CEOs.
My beef was with Leor because I think he's a fake CEO, and I think he's fronting on my culture, but he can't front on anybody else. And I'm calling him out publicly, and I want him to stop trying to rape my culture. Go make the money with some other people.
Exactly.
Like, stop having your agenda be hip hop. Like when Joey was like, our agenda to open up Asylum was to go, it didn't say nothing about going to get no rock and roll. It was go to get people that they don't even care about and make money from them. Yeah, just get money in their culture. Let them do it. Let's let the violence stay there. Let's benefit from the violence and not bring it, like, you know what I mean? It was like they have people that their job is to create beef.
Exactly.
So that they can monetize it, pause. But they don't let their culture feel it. But they make money from it, and they can't make any money or get any respect in their culture. That's why they're in our culture.
Exactly.
Because the minute that they were allowed to be there, they would go. But they just can't. You know, the question should be, why don't you do something besides rap?
Yeah.
And if you are all into rap, what have you done to give back to the community? I didn't know why that wasn't asked. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a perfect example of what they always do to us. They always try to, you know, offer some paper bag of money or whatever it is, whatever selfish agenda, which is the test, and then have us divide so they can benefit and take the fight off of them.
But it gets even more sinister because there have been a lot of whispers circulating that these puppet masters literally.
And that's why, like, when I just seen like everybody in hip hop like come together to like get Drake up out of here, and sent a deeper message to him and to LUCIAN Grange. Him, so y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him. It sent a message to them that, yeah, we can come together outside of y'all. And then what would y'all do? Y'all gonna kill all us? Y'all gonna kill y'all finna kill everybody? Or is this finna be a change and this finna be a new day? See, man. Let's see how shit plays out.
Many of these labels take out life insurance policies on artists, which means the artist could be worth more to the label dead.
And just to tell you, rappers and stuff, they got y'all, they opening trust in y'all name. To simplify all of that shit, y'all contracts are trust agreements with life insurance policies. But understand that above the life insurance policy, understand what a trust is. If you don't
Major
get
artists such as Michael Jackson,
everybody needs
Whitney
to
Houston, as well as rappers like King Von and Drakeo, The Ruler, all ended up making more money for their labels after they died. Cat Williams also talked about this in one of his viral interviews and said that all these recent deaths of young rappers are not a coincidence because every time one of them dies, there's someone higher up making a lot of money off of their death.
Makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy.
Cat also said that what usually
make him
happens
$100 million
is that when a rapper
guy.
is sacrificed, the higher ups will get someone from the rapper's city to take them out, seemingly as one final humiliation tactic.
They reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
Wow.
I'm saying there's the good side and the bad side of these businesses.
According to Cat, when it comes to the
President Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning.
The music industry, most things are not as they seem, and
He
even
one
when
of them
something
too.
seems like a coincidence or just bad luck, you can safely assume it's been carefully planned and orchestrated behind the scenes, and someone is profiting from it.
Somebody benefited.
Yep.
So in all of these situations, there's a business involved and there's real money involved, and somebody's benefiting from this thing that looks like, oh, that just happened. Nah, no way.
There have also been rumors that these labels deliberately sign artists who make murder rap, drill, and similar genres that promote to gang culture and senseless violence. Since 1987, over 90 rappers have been killed in the cities where they grew up, and according to multiple
90
studies,
is fucking
murder
crazy.
is the cause of over half
Not that
of
many
hip-hop
rappers,
artists'
y'all.
deaths. And if you take a look at this chart, you'll see that out of all major music genres, rap and hip-hop have the lowest life expectancy for artists. Now let's go back to Lyor Cohen, because in that Breakfast Club interview, he mentioned DMX, who at the time was struggling with substance addiction. Fast forward to April 2021, 3 years after Lyor made an appearance on The Breakfast Club, and DMX sadly passed away from an apparent OD. But get this, during a star-studded memorial event for X in Brooklyn, Lyor made some seriously disrespectful comments about X and referred to him as a gremlin. Lyor didn't even bother showing up in person, and instead, he sent a recording where he said no one is surprised that DMX died the way he did.
So the race against time was that we all
That's what the
know
fuck he
that
did.
Is a gremlin and reckless and looking for a wall.
Does that sound like a fucking? He sound like a fucking vampire. He sound like he from fucking Blade. All right, man. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Listen to X. If you see X, this is his death is no surprise.
But if you revisit some of DMX's old interviews, this whole situation takes on a seriously creepy tone, because X openly talked about how in order to make it to the top in the hip-hop industry, you have to literally bow down to these label owners and do certain favors for them.
They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives, and it's like there's too much of that going on.
And that's LUCIAN, GRAINGE, and Buddy.
Play my motherfucking music. I mean,
Yeah.
They want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and you know all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give my money. That's it.
And we good.
And by the way, this is exactly what Diddy allegedly did for Clive Davis after Clive offered to help him start Bad Boy Entertainment back in 1993.
Now, rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994, and that's how Bad Boy Records came about.
However, word on the street is that LUCIAN GRAINGE is even more powerful than Lyor Cohen and Clive Davis. And while he managed to keep a very low profile for decades, Lil Rod's lawsuit has now put him and his record label Universal Music in the spotlight. Now keep in mind that Universal Music Group is the biggest music company in the world. It's one of the so-called Big Three record labels, along with Sony Music and Warner Music Group. And like all big labels, Universal Music Group has been involved in numerous controversies, controversies, from price fixing, payola, and even allegedly rejecting artists' termination notices and continuing to sell their music without permission. Now, you know how they say there's always someone higher up in the food chain? Well, Lucian Grange is certainly one of the most powerful people in the music industry. However, he too has a boss like the rest of us. And here's where we get to something interesting.
Oh, they finna talk about his boss?
About Lucian Grange in an exclusive new interview.
Oh, hold on. They finna get into that?
By Jalal Al-Khali. So Kanye.
Hey, make sure y'all go and support Screen Queens. I ain't no motherfucking queen. Y'all see I'm a motherfucking king over here. You know what I'm saying? But go and show them some love over there, cause man, she did her motherfucking research for real.
Is the one
fucks with it
behind Drake's career, and he even referred to him as Drake's sugar daddy. And we'll talk about this Drake-Lucian connection in a second. But first, check out what Kanye said about the people Lucian works for.
About someone named Lucian. Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep, you know,
oh my God.
Think about we had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, but you don't have an opinion in that vote. And then they get all these celebrities, they go on TV like, you know, we got a problem with his political opinion. He's out of control. He's bipolar. He's anti-Semite. He's
that's the word right there.
Try to get people to not listen or have, you know, take away the influence.
So again, what did Kanye mean by this? Who does Lucian Grange work for? Well, since 2000, Universal Music Group has been owned by Vivendi, a French mass media holding company. Now, the largest shareholder in Vivendi is the French conglomerate Bolloré Group, one of the largest companies in the world, originally founded in 1822.
1822.
Published by the Manga Bay Conservation News Portal, over the past 20 years, Bolloré has managed to build an incomparable network of influence on the African continent, mostly in countries formerly colonized by France, by using the World Bank and the IMF's programs as a tool.
That was you guys go to my TikTok and look at my Unum Sanctum videos. It's called Unum Sanctum. And then you're going to start getting into the treaties and the West East Indian Company. They the ones who really ran slavery. And that's what these new companies like BlackRock and these companies like this stemmed from. These are the people who ran slavery. Who are these people who don't want to say that they are still running shit? Come on, man. We got to wake up. We got to wake up.
A variety of strategic concessions of port terminals, warehouses, railway lines, and tropical plantations. President and CEO of Bolloré, Vincent Bolloré, has also been involved in numerous controversies, including allegedly bribing African officials for lucrative contracts. Back in 2016, Bolloré launched a defamation lawsuit against a French newspaper after they reported on the catastrophic human rights conditions on plantations controlled by his company.
Plantations! Slavery is still going on today through these companies that BlackRock and all of these other companies that stem from the East and West Indian Company, which are ran by these people who don't want you to say their name. Lucian Grange and the other guy who's running the music industry are a part of this group. But they don't want to be said that they run the show, even though, come on, look at all the evidence. Look at all of the facts that's coming out about all of this human trafficking. And this shit over with.
This was just one of many defamations.
Then as Drake said that smart ass line in his song, if I was definitely touching little girls, I would have been caught by now. What you talking about, bro? Y'all are the main motherfuckers running the biggest business in the world, which is human trafficking. Then it's drug trafficking. A lot of people think it's drug trafficking. No, it's trafficking people. And to them, business have been thriving all the way up into Trump, but that's a whole nother story.
Lawsuits launched by Bolloré against journalists, lawyers, NGOs, newspapers, TV stations, and anyone else who tried to expose them. So these are the people that Lucian Grange answers to. And the deeper you dig, it seems like there's always someone more powerful and richer hiding in the shadows. And this is why
this goes all the way up to the royal family over there in England and to the Pope. They all answering to the Vatican. The Vatican is answering to Satan. They are devil worshippers. They all got their own different terms for the devil, whether it be Baal, Molech, Azareth, all of these other terms is all Satan. which is the Archangel Gabriel. So that people don't stop getting that confused too. I'm gonna just say that too. Gabriel is Satan, is Lucifer. If you do research, you will find, will understand what all of this shit is. It's deception on the highest order. Even down to what these cults are doing. Why they need the people, why they need the bodies, why they doing this to children. Once you understand the knowledge, all of this shit becomes so much clearer. But we gonna get into that on this channel. We definitely are.
Diddy is just a puppet, but he's not the only puppet, at least not according to Kanye. Apparently, Drake has an even closer relationship with Lucian Grange than Diddy. And in his new interview on the Download podcast,
see what I'm saying? Drake's relationship with Lucian Grange is deeper. Why? Because Drake is half of them. And what I mean by that is that he's half black and he's half, a lot of people gonna say white, but what is his mother? She's an Ashkenazi. I don't want to say the end of that, but she's an Ashkenazi. Drake is too. That's why he trusts him more than he trusts Diddy. And that I really feel like that Drake was finna replace Diddy, and Kendrick and them was like, these niggas got us fucked up. These niggas got us fucked up. We finna go independent. They trying to get Drake the, come on, they got us big. Like that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Say that. Everybody want to speculate, and come on, man. This shit is black and white. It's simple.
They directly called out Drake for selling his soul to the devil and being controlled by his sugar daddy, Lucian. Now, to give you some context, Kanye recently dropped a remix of Future and Kendrick Lamar's diss track Like That, directed at Drake. And
he said that nigga name. That's why I'm like, man, Kanye, y'all think Kanye tweaking about him saying there's been attempts on his life and all this MK Ultra mind control and shit that's going on? Shit, y'all. I know y'all want to feel safe. Y'all want to feel like everything is okay. And everything can be okay. It could be. Let me make it. Everything could be okay if we willing to fight to make it okay. But as long as we act scared and allow these people to keep doing what they doing, this shit is going to keep happening. And we got to understand that the Most High is going to be on our side, because this ain't been nothing but deception from the devil. And are we going to keep allowing the devil to deceive us, y'all? We can't allow it. We can't let knowing this shit go by. Because then it becomes consent.
Serve your master. You caught a little bag for your masters, didn't ya? Lifetime deal.
Yep.
I feel bad for y'all. Y'all so out of sight, out of mind, I can't even think of a Drake line. So the reason Kanye is calling Lucian Drake's master is because Drake is signed under Young Money Entertainment, a label under Universal Music Group. And this isn't the first time Kanye called out Universal for acting like slave masters. Back
it's
in
not
September
acting. They're not acting like slave masters. They are slave master through these contracts. And if y'all understand what your birth certificate really is, they claim to own us through our birth certificates. I pray y'all don't think I'm some just nut job on the fucking internet and y'all actually listen to what I'm saying to y'all. And please authenticate your birth certificates so they can't claim to own you no more. Y'all sitting around here waiting for the mark of the beast, and the mark of the beast been here for almost 1,000 years through the birth certificates. The birth certificates have been there. Now they trying to implant that shit in us, yes, but it has been around for almost 1,000 years. Them claiming they own our souls through the birth certificates. Learn what a charter is. And that the banking system is ran off of charters, not gold. They're moving charters. Your birth certificate is a charter. The banks are being ran off of we are slaves. So when they be saying they're like slave masters, that should be, it's not like it, they are. And we have to understand what's going on to stop it. But as long as we want to live in imagination land that they have created for us, literally imagination land, if we don't see past that and see that we can have something greater than this imagination land that they built for us, and we can do so much more, man. It wouldn't be shit that we couldn't do.
2020, Kanye went on a Twitter rant against Universal, and he posted nearly 100 pages of his contract documents with Universal Music Group, which
damn, I didn't know
the
that.
parent label to Kanye's God Music label until they dropped him in 2021. So shortly after he shared his contracts on Twitter, Kanye directly called
I don't know what his contract said.
Universal Music Group, which used to be the parent label to Kanye's God Music label until they dropped him in 2021. So shortly after.
Okay, gentlemen. Reference is made to the following agreements, as said agreements may have been hereto amended. Also, they dropped right. So this is when they dropped him after he said the anti-Semitic shit. Even though the so-called black people in America are the Shemitic people, the true Shemitic people, the true children of Israel. Y'all think I'm wearing this crown for no reason? No, it's because we the children of Israel, that they're acting like they are. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. But this is when they dropped him because of all of that. And why? Because he's one of them. But then they try to act like they're not a group, but they're not. Like, come on, man. They playing.
He shared his contracts on Twitter. Kanye directly called out Universal and compared the music industry to slavery.
Because it is.
I need to see everybody's
the whole world is in slavery.
Universal and Sony. I'm not going to watch my people be enslaved. I'm putting my life on the line for my people. The music industry and the NBA are modern day slave ships. Kanye also later shared a screenshot of a text exchange with someone discussing a case against Universal and Sony. Someone texted Kanye saying, "We can argue that Universal and Sony have not supported you fully, and that's a result they have breached. This is the lawsuit termination nuclear option. If we want that route, we would litigate and ask for your masters as part of settlement. This is a high risk but high reward strategy." This person also suggested Kanye
basically threatening
buying back his masters, pointing out that he could re-record his songs like Taylor Swift did. The team member also proposed a joint venture between Universal and Yeezy Media as another option for resolving the issue. However, Kanye simply texted back, "I'm not open to any form of business with Universal or Sony." Kanye also later shared a photo of Prince with the word slave written on his face.
And I found out that that's why
highly publicized fight with big labels for
I wonder if they're gonna say
music
it
and artistic control.
Well, it's not your game. You didn't make the rules, so everything comes hard.
I'm gonna wait and see if they say it.
And as long as you're signed to a contract, you're gonna take a minority share of the winnings. A select few of us will do well. The majority will not. So as a people,
he knew he was putting a target on his back. He knew he was putting a target on your back. I low-key hate you blacks. Then get your weird ass off my motherfucking page then, you fucking weirdo. And it's being streamed, so you gonna be up for everybody to see. Cause I ain't gonna block you. I'm gonna keep you right there. Yeah, I know. And you going on YouTube too. You going on YouTube. You going on YouTube, buddy. So stay right there.
there's nothing minor about you.
Because that's why that's why these weird ass people like this are going down. Because you gotta be one of them. You gotta be. I know you looking at me, you hate everything about me, but you gotta click on to me because we breathe life into y'all. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. And y'all mad that you weirdos are being exposed. But it ain't gonna stop here. It's going further. It's going to the place y'all hope it don't go.
When you stop a man from dreaming, he becomes a slave. That's where I was.
Exactly.
I don't own Prince's music. If you don't own your masters, your master owns you. As for Kanye, he implied that both Prince and Michael Jackson died before their time.
How to kill all
exactly. Why? Because they scared. They was mad that at the point to where we was gonna get to today, and that's because they know they going down. They scared. They scared of these niggas. Come on, we supposed to be this to them, and they scared. Come on, that's crazy.
Let's get it big, bro. You and Michael passed, so we can live. Now circling back to Kanye dissing Drake and Lucian on this new track, during his interview on The Download, Kanye was asked what happened between him and Drake because it seemed like they had put their differences
when it's deeper than Drake. It's way deeper than Drake. It's the people who don't want to be called what they been false flagging saying they were all this time, even though they not these people at all. they don't want to be seen as the people who running this show because they know their time is up. It's over.
21. Well, according to Kanye, if it was up to him, he would have never joined forces with Drake if he had known that Drake had signed a contract with the devil to betray him.
So, y'all did the Hoover concert together. Me and the rest of the world thought y'all were back cool. What happened after that? Like, what happened?
It was just to get cool for the Hoover project. That was what it was. Because we trying to get our nigga out. But these weirdos, man, that's why I'm glad Kendrick just did this boy the way he did. They go tonight. They thought they had us. The Culture Institute just showed y'all, bro, we knew what Drake was.
Once that concert,
we knew what he was.
It cuts Drake's soul. It's like he signed his soul to the devil.
To the devil. Because they are a part of the devil's legion. Like, we gotta call this for what it is. Like the weird motherfucker who just hopped in my chat calling me a black monkey. Called me a black monkey. His name gonna be in the what's they call it? In the description too. I'm gonna put his name in the description of this video when I put it on YouTube. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop up. I wasn't looking at the stream, but man, I'm telling y'all, they so shook to the point they gotta hop in a streamer who don't even got that many views going on. The desperation is crazy.
This is his job to go against God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Kanye brought up Lucian Grange, calling him Drake's rich baby daddy.
Yeah.
They say rich baby daddy. It's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
Period.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy.
As for fans, they're saying it was about time someone started talking about the big players in the game who are even more powerful than Diddy and possibly just as guilty. As for Drake and his alleged relationship with Lucian, a lot of folks are saying it's all finally adding up. One fan commented, because of Drake's cultural background, you know what? He gets the biggest push through this industry.
You know what? Because we can't say it. Because then they gonna throw a hitsy fit. You know what I'm saying? Because they scary. It's pussy tendencies. It's pedophile tendencies. Because that's what these weird ass people are.
Big to fail-ish. It does rub me the wrong way. He's not so amazing. No other black artist in history could have gotten that support. We heard entire albums worth of reference.
And then he wanted to be mad. And then he wanted to be mad though that he wasn't being labeled a black artist. It's dude, because we know what side you on, bro. Ain't nobody no fool, bro. And it's the fact you was a $1 billion baby, and Kendrick and the rest of them just fucked up all of that. And then what's finna be crazy is when all of those same artists go independent and leave y'all ass in the dust and leave y'all where y'all at, what y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Because there's nothing y'all can do. Y'all don't have no coach. Y'all been piggybacking off of ours, making our shit violent so that we can fill y'all prisons who these motherfuckers who have stock in. Come on, y'all. We gotta wait.
Word for word, not him. You can't tell me that's not weird. He's handled different than any black artist in history. That's just weird. I think they finally got a you-know-who in the game, and they're making sure they make him go down as the biggest and best ever. And then another person added, the fact that Michael Jackson didn't make $1 billion off his music after 5 decades of service, and Drake did, tells you that it's rigged. But what's your take on everything Kanye said about Drake and Lucian Grange? And do you think those allegations about Lucian and Diddy are true? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
I believe they are 1000% true. Those things are 1000% true, chat. And literally the person hopping in this video, you know what I'm saying, is proof to that they're scared that they're going to throw bots in to throw off and put out misinformation. But we are one step ahead. Why? Because we have the Lord on our side. We have the Most High on our side, and with that we gonna overcome all of this evilness that's in this world together, y'all. So make sure you guys like, comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop the video here. That being said, I'm KingMarcell. Peace.
When the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is a lie. looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. Talking real peace of mind. That's something money can't.